Hello, hello, hello. I am back again with a bit of Final Fantasy XIV. Gonna be continuing where I left off. I believe. Actually, I don't remember where I left off, to be honest. So we'll be finding out when we go. Uh, just gotta finish doing my setup. I do want to warn everybody that hit the wrong button there. That when I was uploading my last video onto YouTube, turns out that the audio for some portions of the gameplay, specifically during the noob training regimen, where I was answering text messages, the audio apparently got DMC'd for having the victory theme. So, for the sake of not having my videos taken down, I am no longer going to be playing with BMG, unfortunately. But everything else will remain the same. I gotta stop hitting that button. Means nothing to you guys because I have it set to where it recognizes the game, but uh, every time I hit the wrong thing, it minimizes the game into a little window, and it's obnoxious. Okay, I think I'm almost done. 1 second. Okay. I want to do this, and this. Yes. And now we just wait. Because, of course, it's always gonna make you wait to log in. Hello, Eternal Fables. Welcome to the chat. Hello, other user who has not commented. Also, welcome to the chat. As you can see, I'm going to be playing some Final Fantasy XIV. I don't remember where I was in the story, so it's going to be an experience. Oh, that's right. I just beat up the merchant's guards because he was being a douche. I remember. Guy was a douche. Alright. And anything good? No. Okay. So you want to know more then, do you? Well, ain't that a surprise. I swear if I painted certain death on one door and limitless wealth on the another, 9 out of 10 adventurers would go through the first, and the other bloke wouldn't be able to choose. On account of being old on anyway. Don't say I didn't warn you. First of all, if you're wondering whether you can trust these scions of the Seventh Dawn, you can. They're good people who've made it their mission to solve some of Yorzia's most pressing problems. Of course, that ain't no small task, and so they're always looking for dependable individuals to join them. I'm doing a Final Fantasy drop? Am I? I guess I am. Apparently, if I get 3 subs, you get a unicorn mount. I had no idea. And I've been given leave to tell you where to find the scions, but you must promise to keep this information to yourself. As you can probably imagine, it's something Eorzea's enemies would very much like to know. The scions are headquartered in Vesper Bay, out in western Thanlin. The place you're looking for is called the Walkin' Sands. Give your name to whoever's at the entrance, and you'll be let in. You're a woman in demand, Eternum, and the days ahead promise to be busy. But I hope you won't forget about them as helped you make it into the adventurer you are. Drop in and tell them how you farin' from time to time, you hear? Right, well, I've said my piece. Off you go. Oh good, I'm approaching the ability to actually get a mount. That'd be nice. Uh... think the fastest way would just be to use this. I don't want to waste a warp token on that. Excuse me. I have the hiccups all of a sudden. There's a lot of quests here I'm just ignoring. Jumpa jumpa jumpa. Ah, that wears off way too fast. Oh, I can't wait to get a mount. Bounce, bounce, bounce. Okay. 13 more seconds and I can run again. Very stealthy there, Cactar. Would never suspect a thing. And run! Yep, there's a mission going on here. It's a level 10 mission. And I'm completely ignoring it. I'll do those when I join one of the factions. You get like 200 faction tokens for completing those. And it's only like 400 to get your mount class license thing. I tried doing it the crafting way, my last character. That took forever. Yeah, I can run again. It gives me all of like an extra third to speed. Hi viewers, nice to see you. I'm currently running to the something of Sands for the first time in this character. Gonna be joining the Scions of Doom or whatever their name was. And then we're gonna go fight people because fighting is fun. Moral of the story that you get from every video game, kids. Violence solves everything. It is pretty much the moral of every game, isn't it? Like if you don't like something, just go beat up somebody and it changes. Deep in the desert of my heart, a lonely flower blooms, yearning for the heavens above to quench my thirst for you. Tra-la-la-la-la-la-la-la, tra-la-la-la-la-la-la-la. Wah! I would thank you not to sneak up on me like that. Now please be advised that this is private property. Unless you have pertinent business here, I must ask you to... Here at the behest of Ida and Papalma? My sincerest apologies. May I please have your name? Eternum Spiritus, Eternum Spiritus. Ah, here you are. Ahem. I bid you welcome to the Waking Sands, headquarters of the Scions of the Seventh Dawn. My name is Tataru, and I look forward to assisting you during your time with us. The antecedent is within the solar. I shall let her know to expect you. Right. Names, I swear. They shall murder us all. Let the violence reign true. Ah, this guy. I take it you are Eternum Spiritus. Tataru sent word that you had arrived. Lady Binfilia has eagerly awaited your coming. This way, if you please. That is a very specific list of classes for some very unknown reason. I'll just take the money, thanks. I thank you for your funding.
So you are the adventurer of whom I've heard so much. Well met, friend. My name is Minfilia, and I lead the Scions of the Seventh Dawn. I have awaited your coming.
Sounds kind of echoey without the background music.
Please, be at ease. You are among friends here. No doubt you are ripe to burst with questions. But have patience. All will be revealed in time.
Am I the only one getting that, flashbacks from that Harry Potter game that came out recently? I forget its name. It's the one where you actually go to the school in the olden days. But I don't mean in like play style or anything. I mean the way the dialogue reverberates, because the audio in that game was awful.
First, let me begin by telling you who we are and what we do.
You got it, lady.
We are the Scions of the Seventh Dawn, an order that transcends political boundaries. Our single objective is the preservation of the future of Eorzea. Among our gravest concerns are the godlike beings known as the Primals.
You don't say.
Their existence is a bane upon Eorzea, nay, the world at large, and we have striven to find a lasting solution to the threat they pose. Our order is home to a number of individuals who, like you, possess a rare and special talent. This talent takes various forms, but one holds particular interest for us. Tell me, have you ever experienced a sudden, inexplicable loss of consciousness? Have you ever had the sensation of being pulled away from reality? Felt as though you were hovering in space, a mind without a body?
Are you asking
All
if I'm
these
taking
things are the
mind-altering drugs?
manifestations of your talent.
Because the answer is always.
Yours is the power to transcend the boundaries of the soul, a power known as the Echo.
Ooh. Okay. Aha! And then, do I do that? No, that ain't it. How about I do this? I'm currently arguing with my computer. Give me a minute. And paste that. It worked. Wild. If I do this. Can I? Did. Victory is in the eyes of the nomenclature or something. I don't know. collaboration. Nope, that isn't what I wanted. Yeah, whatever. I'm
The
ignoring it.
echo allows you to pass through the walls of a man's soul and hear the resonations of his past.
You don't say.
You will be there in his memories and see things as he saw them. You may even interact with that which you see, though you cannot change the outcome of events.
Okay.
For another blessing, the echo will enable you to know a man's mind even if you cannot comprehend his words.
That sounds sus.
In short, the echo is a truly extraordinary power, and this power is strong within you. It is only a shame that we cannot use it whensoever we choose. That's right. I too possess the echo. With that established, let us return to the subject of the primals. So long as they exist, the realm cannot take so much as a single step towards true peace. Measures must be taken. Measures which transcend boundaries, be they of faction, race, language, or creed. And to do so, the Scions require the aid of those with our talent. Make no mistake, the Echo will be instrumental in dealing with the primal threat. Without it, we cannot hope to save the realm. I know not what it is you desire for yourself, nor what it was that first brought you to Eorzea. But I firmly believe that the power we possess was given to us for a purpose. Why else would the gods entrust man with a gift so extraordinary, if not to have him use it? And so I implore you, lend us your power.
Okay. But only this once. Naturally, your aid will not go unrewarded. We are fortunate to have a number of influential allies, and at a word from me, they will gladly afford you certain privileges that might otherwise be denied you. The right to employ retainers, for example. Are you familiar with them? They are individuals who may be relied upon to manage your assets and belongings on your behalf. The papers you requested, my lady. Thank you, Tataru. The pleasure is mine, my lady. By the way, by way of a welcome gift, I have taken the liberty of adding your name to the retainers registry. As of now, you are entitled to employ the services of a retainer. You will need to consult a retainer vocate regarding the particulars of this arrangement, but believe me when I say that retainers will prove invaluable to you in your adventuring endeavors. I say sus. Let this gesture serve as evidence of our commitment to do all in our power to facilitate your personal objectives. In return, we ask that you aid us to the fullest extent of your talents. A mutually beneficial relationship, I am sure you will agree, and one which serves the greater good besides. Well, that was a veritable lecture, wasn't it? Forgive me, but it is important that all concerned are aware of what is expected of them. Now you know our purpose and what we can offer you. I invite you to consider joining us. When you have come to a decision, you may tell me without fear of censure. In good faith, I shall entrust you with our order's password, which our members use to reach one another when afield. It is Wild Rose. Pray keep it safe. And that's a pedantic password if ever there was one. Should pick something somebody might not just randomly say while walking down the street. I mean, somebody could just be like, I found the most beautiful wild rose while wandering the woods. And, all of a sudden, several years are picking up like, ooh, code word was said, must follow, case of import. And then some guy gets mugged for using the password improperly or something. We Scions have but one objective, to safeguard the future of Eorzea. Among our gravest concerns are the godlike beings known as the Primals. Long have we striven to find a lasting solution to the threat they pose. I know not what it is you desire for yourself, nor what it was that first brought you to Eorzea, but I firmly believe that the power we possess was given to us for a purpose. Pray consider this when you give me your answer, Eternum. Yours is no small endeavor. The dangers are great. Whatever. It's all going to lead down the same path anyway. We just might as
I
well
take
jump
it you
into it.
will help us. Wonderful! I knew you wouldn't let us down. But come, I would introduce you to your friends in the Order.
Hogwarts Legacy. That's what it was called.
Tell me, does the name Sharlayan ring any bells?
No?
It used to be one of Eorzea's 6 city-states, and was situated in the northwest of Aldenard. The Sharlayans were the keepers of wisdom both old and new. Their mastery over magic and ether was unsurpassed, and even the Garleans knew to fear them. Among their number, there were a noble few who devoted their lives to safeguarding the future of Eorzea. When the realm began its descent into chaos, and their countrymen fled for the motherland, they alone chose to remain here. These noble men and women were called the Archons. Those same brave souls stand before you now.
Good for them.
The masked woman is Ida, and beside her is Popolimo. The two are charged with
Papalmo.
surveying the Twelveswood.
Can't lie to me. It's clearly Papalmo. The Y is silent.
Hello there. Welcome.
Also, their voices remind me of Fable voice acting.
I had every confidence that you would agree to help us.
Me too.
Very much Fable, like Lost Chapters and all that.
Okay, my turn to introduce someone. That there is Thancred.
You know those two
He
blank
is our
windows
man
looking.
here in Ulda, Jewel of the Desert.
Welcome to the team. If I may, the lovely maiden beside me is named Yastola.
Greetings.
Said X way too soon. Oh well.
Last but not least is Urianger, who presides over all affairs within these halls. Pray seek him out whenever you have questions.
They say that, but I don't
Dawn
think I
may
remember ever
banish
talking to him.
even the darkest night.
Of course, that
Words
may
of a
have something to do
dear
with the fact that I never
friend.
finished,
I'm glad of our
a
meeting.
Realm Reborn.
At the Battle of Carteneau, our leader was taken from us. But we did not stray from our purpose. We
Are you
sought
sure?
out Minfilia and others with her talent, and together established the Scions of the Seventh Dawn.
Along with the Archons, those blessed with the Echo play a pivotal role in our endeavor to forge a brighter tomorrow for the realm. Oh, I should also introduce you to Tataru, our clerk. She ensures that everything runs smoothly.
Pleased to make your acquaintance.
In time, I hope you will come to think of us as family.
Likely
But
story.
without further ado, I would assign you your first task. Urianger, have the documents arrived from the students of Baldessian?
Aye, my lady. They arrived but recently.
We have received a request for aid from the Immortal Flames. Thancred, would you do the honors?
It would be my pleasure. Some days ago, a crystal caravan registered to Amagina and Sons Mineral Concern was waylaid and divested of its cargo. But there is more. Within a bell of the robbery, several people were reported missing from the shantytown outside the city.
At a glance, one would assume the involvement of bandits, kidnappers, and coincidence. Such crimes are hardly uncommon, and the Immortal Flames deal with their like almost every day. However, this time we have reason to believe that a primal is involved.
It's a weird conclusion to jump to.
Aye, the evidence left behind implicates the Emoja, who are known worshippers of Ifrit. If we then consider the objects that were taken, there is no room left for doubt. The crimes were committed in the name of a primal.
You mean an
That you
Aeon?
may better understand the nature of our struggle with the primals, I would have you play the leading role in this investigation. You have my thanks. If there is aught you wish to know, I recommend you speak with Thancred. He is well versed in the affairs of Ulda.
Ever at your service, fair lady.
I still wonder how somebody from the realm of Final Fantasy VII would actually react coming to this world, or this version of their world, where the Aeons are considered primals instead of just Aeons that can be summoned from a, materia, essentially a gem you put in your sword. Ready to begin, are we? That's the spirit. So then, your mission is to investigate a crystal robbery and a spate of abductions. Crimes which we believe to be connected. Assuming we are correct, it is like that any discoveries we make in relation to one will further our understanding of the other. Now, since the attack on their caravan, our friends at the Imagine Sons Mineral Concern have doubled security over all their shipments. In light of this, it is my judgment that the abductions should be our priority. According to our preliminary findings, the majority of the missing were last seen in the vicinity of Camp Drybone, so that would seem a fine place to begin. A fellow by the name of Isambard serves as the camp's de facto leader. Pay him a visit and see that he gives us his full cooperation. You got it, mystery white-haired guy. I know he introduced himself, but my name recollection is awful. Also, the names in this are horrendous. Not that I'm one to, say anything. But at least mine's actually enunciable. Unlike them and their frickin' Papalimo or whatever. Although Tataru is pretty easy. Onward! Oh, I get it. These guys give you new skills. I say that and then promptly run away. The reason I figured that out is because the lady there in the middle gives you dye and allows you to dye your clothes. I remember that quest. It was a bunch of stuffered nonsense. Where am I going? That'd be something really helpful to know. Not down there. Not over here. No? Aha! Sure, why not? Okay. And then I want to go, is it this way? Yep. Okay. Oh, sure, you just fly off into the sky. Cheater. found a bridge. And what sounded like a horde of flies. The sound effects in this game are pretty weird. Down here, down here. Oh, I can actually attack a bat. Weird. Unholy hair. I wonder how bad a hair has to get to become an unholy hair. Are we talking about the hair like you grew on your head, or like a rabbit? Because an unholy rabbit sounds kind of cool. It'll be like dark with red stripes. Shiny. I've never noticed those before. I apparently joined a fate. I find that sus. There's a level 15, so I'm going to ignore it. Not that I'd participate even if it was my level, but I stand by my statement. Go and activate the chocobo guy. And then jump off a cliff. Before I deal with you, I'm going to go activate the crystal too. I'm really glad that real life doesn't function by video game logic. Because the chocobo system is essentially the equivalence of our taxis or trains or buses, where you pay and they'll transport you from point A to point B. In real life, you can just walk up to a taxi and be like, hey, I need you to take me to here, even if you've never been there before, and they just take you to there, wherever there happens to be, as long as it's within their coverage zone. Same with a bus. You don't have to go to Texas, or you don't have to have been to Texas to be able to take a bus to Texas, as long as you're in the United States, or, you know, from one city in the EU to another, or wherever else, however, you know, your public transit works. But in video games, I wouldn't have been able to travel, I don't know why I wanted to say transport, but travel to this small village because I hadn't activated that chocobo spot. So it'd be ridiculous if that's how it worked in real life, having to lug yourself all the way by foot to another city, just unlock it as a travel point by bus. Like, what's the point of the bus in that situation? Hi, I'm Isambard, here to search for the missing folk, I take it. Minophilia sent word that an adventurer fitting your description would be along. She also warned us to be wary of Amalja. It seems we know who the culprits are, at the very least. Now, I bear no official title at this camp, but the people here have come to look to me for leadership. You have my word that I'll do all I can to help see the victims safely returned. You got it, mister. Let us get right to it, then. Minophilia names the Amalja culprits in all this. You would do well to investigate them first. Much harm has been levied on these lands by Amalja hands. The flames burn where they might, but their light cannot stay the darkness in all places at all times. There have been brutal murders of callers at the Church of St. Adama. Really? Adama Landama? Jeebus. Innocents wishing no more than to pay their respects to the dead. The poor souls deserve a proper burial. I would see to the deed before mongrels catch their scent, but I know not if the Imalja still linger. Would you secure the remains for me, friend? You will find them on the eastern road. 12 willing, you may even come to learn something of what the Imalja seek in this area. Sure, I'll go play with the dead since you're too much of a coward. Too bad I can't play a necromancer, I'd just have them walk back on their own. It's not blasphemy if you do it for a righteous reason. Ow! Fucking hell. That guy had a sharp pointy stick and he poked me with it, and I didn't like it. So I beat him with my rock instead. That'll teach him. I don't know how, he's now dead, but, you know, you can learn in the afterlife. I like how that fall takes half my health. It is good to see you return. Were you able to secure the remains of our fallen? Sure, why not? With the bodies given back proper to the earth, the souls will find their way across to the other side. You have done a noble deed this day. I thank you. Now then, what of the Imalja? Did you see any? Surely such massive monstrosities as they cannot conceal their presence, much less take their quarry unawares. Ah, so there were Imalja remaining after all. I feared as much. Their part in the low-born disappearing is all but confirmed, but I sense there is more to this than meets the eye. The occasional Imalja raiding party would not account for people going missing in these kinds of numbers. The total is too great, and the questions too many. It would not surprise me in the least to learn of another hand in this. But whose? Countless travelers pass through Drybone every day. And even if it were one among them, how would we best discover who may be the implicit in these vanishings? Just keep stabbing them until they answer? It's usually the answer. I'll just take the money. What say we turn an eye to the common folk themselves? It may be among them that we find the reasons for these vanishings. 12 forbid it be so. There is a merchant by the name of Ungust, who was born here in Drybone and grew up in the Golden Bazaar. A rough character, but he knows the people here better than anyone else. I'd wager he's at the inn, quaffing away the day's earnings. Here, I'll write a note for you to slow him, else he's not like to speak to you. Why can't people in these games speak like normal people? I mean, I know they're trying to give him personality and all that, but Yeebus. Ah, it's Mr. Grumpy Pants. Well, gods be damned. You're that bloody adventurer who threatened me back in Old Da. What in the seven hells do you want with me now? Your kidneys? Dear friend Belch, missing people, please help. Hiccup, yours Isambard. Folk around here are as wary as they come. They'll turn tail and run if you so much as pass wind nearby. Played them all for fools and coaxed some hard labor out of them, I did. If anything, they're even more timid than before, what with all the disappearances. You can go talk to him yourself if you don't believe me. I really want to just jam my hand into his back and rip out his kidneys. It's about all he's good for. I'd say take his liver, but he's clearly already doing a number on that. Please, miss, just leave me be. I've nothing to say but this. Thou'll take who or whatever's been feeding off us low folk. What do you want from me? Don't know anything. I swear, please, don't kill me. No new letters for you today. Aw. Well, fine. Bite me. This camp lies on the road between the Black Shroud and Ul'dah. You'll find several places of note nearby. I suppose the two most well known are the Amalja encampment, where the lizardmen nest, and the Church of St. Adama, where the thaumaturges tend the dead and worship Thal. Now you know why there are so many immortal flames and corpses about. The former keep the Amalja in check, and the latter are bound to be given back to the earth. That was highly uninformative. So what now? It's up there, I think. Or is it back in the bar? I think I was supposed to go back in the bar. Ooh! That's a shiny bird. Don't target the earth thing, target the bird. Level 86, Isabella Lucia Roses. Oh, it's a mount? Eh. Not nearly as cool. I thought it was something I could fight. Although to be fair, I probably still could fight it. At level 86 it'd, womp me, but it'd be funny. Give me your kidneys. Just as I told you, wasn't it? A whole lot of them are terrified. There's been talk of folk getting abducted, but if you ask me, they simply up and moved on to better place. This place isn't exactly Coastal de Sol, if you know what I'm saying. Why can't I just steal his kidneys? I swear I'd just sell them on the black market. Make a couple extra gil. I'll give half of it to the homeless. Welcome back, Eternum. Have you learned aught of import? I see. I suppose I should have expected as much from Ungst. Well, another thought occurred to me in your absence. The common folk are nothing if not fervent in their religious beliefs. Perhaps if they speak freely to their gods, then the clergy may know something of use. We'll take the money on that one. We're taking the money on this one too. If we would know what the common folk speak of to their gods, we've no better place to ask than the Church of St. Adama Landama. It is a small and humble church found to the northwest of here. And so long as you are headed there, might I ask you to deliver this embalmed corpse. A morbid request, I grant you, but it must be borne to burial, and I trust none more than you to see it done. Seek out a man named Marquise. He tends to the graves of the Lichyard. He will tell you where the body is to be interred. You got it, mister. I'm not exactly sure where I'm carrying a corpse on this body. I don't appear to be carrying anything particularly big, but hey, that's a matter for my dimensional pocket, I suppose. I mean, how else am I carrying all the other crap I got on me? Although, to be fair, this is the least amount of crap I've been carrying on this game so far. That's because I don't have any of my side jobs running simultaneously like I normally do. I am Marquise, yes. A body? Of course. There have been so many bodies of late. I apologize, miss. If you seek a place of burial, then there is an empty grave atop the ridge. Take the path and lay him to rest there. You got it, mister. Mayhap you should probably take a nap. Am I wearing pants? Normally that's not something I'd need to worry about, but I'm genuinely concerned. Why does it still look like I'm not wearing pants? Is it the shoes? So confused. I don't know. Let's bury a body. That is not burying a body. Okay, that's, I guess, burying a body, or just placing stones on it, but in some cultures that counts. May they all walk in Thal's realm. What? Missing people? I'm afraid I cannot help you, but maybe Sister Orson can. She has been kind to me. Everyone has been so kind. I don't know why, though. Pardon me, you will find Sister Orson within the church's walls. Aha! I hear you have done us the service of burying a fallen soul. Please accept our gratitude and extend it to Isambard when next you see him. You seek knowledge of missing Drybone inhabitants. It is true I am closer to the people than any other of the Order. I confide in them, and they in me. When they wish to speak to their keeper, Thal, I am the medium through which they do. Though I learn should I learn anything pertinent, I will be sure to share the information with you. I only wish Marquise would be more helpful in this matter. I pray he did nothing to offend. He saw terrible things during the calamity. His scars run deep. Indeed, he seems to prefer the company of the dead over the living. While tragic, I fear such behavior ill befits the church. I don't know, that seems pretty accurate for a church, to be honest. Dispatch is fucking great, lol. I'll take your word for it, Drew. I received word not long ago that one of our recent visitors, a man called Thancred, I believe, took offense at his conduct. I must have words with Marquise and soon. Yeah, they seem to be doing a good job to me. My tooth is killing me, Jesus. Why for do wisdom teeth exist? They are nothing but a nuisance. Jump. You're playing it on PC, you say? Dispatch. Do I have that? That sounds like something I'd have. 1 second, everybody. I'm gonna see if I have it. Dispatch. I do not have it. That was not the button I wanted. I am definitely not driving in Tokyo Drift. Thank you, Eternum. A burial is no easy thing, even when the departed is a stranger. Were you able to learn aught of the missing common folk? You've been keeping yourself rather busy of late, haven't you? Eternum? Oh good, this is when I get to do the whole, like, dress up as a commoner thing and get kidnapped. A pleasure, my dear Isambard. The name is Thancred, and I share a passion with you and our mutual friend here for learning what has become of these missing persons and why. I, too, spoke with Ungust more times than I care to count. There seems to be some truth to this notion of the common folk speaking their secrets only to those in service of the gods. Prostration, prayer, penance, abject deeds, Done behind closed doors, away from prying eyes. Who better to take the pious unaware than she who takes confession? The good sister Orson herself? Orson? She wouldn't. She couldn't. Even the most beautiful roses have thorns, my friend, and you would be wise to keep an eye on this rose. Still, the Lich-Keeper Marquise. I'd swear to the 12 I've seen that face elsewhere before. Anything good in this one? Nope, more money. Sister Orson, it cannot be, though she is wont to travel to the Golden Bazaar on her own, and it is not uncommon to see her speaking to the children. But no, it could not be she, could it? I grow weary of these suspicions. I know there is one child in particular that she is fond of. Pray seek out the boy, Eternum, and see if you cannot glean something from him about Orson's activities. You got it. Nope, nope, that's... Oh, he's way up there. I was about to go back to the church. That'd have been dumb. Anybody else suddenly craving popcorn? I don't know why a sore tooth is making me crave popcorn. Yep, got stuck on a rock. Ow. For anybody watching, I'd appreciate a follow or a comment in the chat. It helps. If not, it's fine. I appreciate just a view as well. Good lord, my jaw is killing me. Possibly literally. Uncombed urchin. Advance. Please help, Sister Orson went out all on her own and hasn't come back. She always reads to me right here about Thal and the Order and the other side. I told her I lost my shiny thing and she went looking for it, but what if the monsters outside hurt her? Please find her. Not even so much as a hello, just go save the church lady. Fine. There are more pressing matters at hand. Is it this guy? I don't think you guys are really ready to fight me. I'm like 3 times your level. You do 11 damage to a wizard. I am a healer. I could just heal. You're the one from the church. Thank goodness you arrived when you did. It seems my gratitude is yours yet again. You spoke with the child, yes? Well, I was able to find his lost trinket. It is a ring given him by his mother before she passed. I will see it safely back to him. I don't know. Should we burn her at the stake? Go all medieval witch trial? Ooh, maybe we can tie her to a log and throw her in the river. That'd be exciting. I think I went the wrong way. I'm gonna take the chocobo. I think it'd be faster. My poor little legs don't go very fast. You! Take me back to this place. It is marginally faster than running there myself. I like how I get the baby chocobo. I kind of want to pet it. Anybody else want to pet a chocobo? I think the closest we'd get is an ostrich. Ostriches are mean, though. I tried to pet one once and it tried to attack me. I'd like to say I got away because I was faster, but more accurately, it just wasn't interested. Where are we going this way? Oh, that's why we're going this way. That's fair. And down we go. Sister Orson was attacked outside the Golden Bazaar. Gods of forfend. I will secure a room at the inn for her should she require any rest. Searching for the mementos of orphans and risking her own well-being in the doing, no less. Certainly not the dastardly deeds Thancred would have us believe. I don't know, could just be a cover. I still say we should go all medieval witch trial on her. If she floats, she survives. If she doesn't, or no. If she floats, we burn her at the stake. If she doesn't, then she wasn't a witch and she's absolved in the afterlife. That's how it works. I remember. I am well glad I reserved that inn room for Sister Orson. It seems she received greater injuries from her attackers than she initially let on. Thankfully, she is expected to make a full recovery. But now, on to the matter at hand. Thancred came looking for you once more. He left word that he will be waiting at the Amalja encampment to the southeast. I pray the two of you are able to uncover some evidence regarding these disappearances. This is when I have to go collect the 3 pieces. Normally, I'd change into, like, a, what are the name of those classes again? The botanist or the miner. And I'd use the, Shadow Step, I think it's called? The weird ability that allows you to just walk unimpeded by monsters. Am I going the right way? Yes. Sort of. Let me run! Or give me a mount. Let me ride my motorcycle. Don't forget to follow or sub. And Shane has a lot of things that just randomly yell at you, doesn't he? Beavis. Serpentine maneuvers! Serpentine maneuvers! I prefer the Family Guy maneuver. He's listing lazily to the left. He knows some maneuvers! Ah, there you are, Eternum. So good of you to come. Indeed, I've heard all about good Sister Orson. Isambard said her wounds were serious. It would seem my suspicions about the poor Rose were misplaced. But false though they were, perhaps my suspicions were not entirely without merit. Whilst following Sister Orson near the Golden Bazaar, a band of Amalja caught my eye. I tracked them as far as this encampment, but, well, let us say that I would much prefer to keep my distance and remain here. This, of course, brings me to why I requested you, dear Eternum. Would you be so kind as to take a look inside? Coward. This deer has the face of a dog. Kind of freaking me out. I ain't scared of you. I attacked you first. And you died quite quickly. Yeah. Death to the interloper. Oh wait, I'm the interloper. Death to the residents. I found a sharp pointy thing. Or maybe not. It looked more like a roll of paper. Can I murder more? I like how he just watches his friend get hit by a big rock and run off towards somebody to attack and just stands there. Like, that's not my problem. He's the one being attacked. Is there anything up here worth looting? Because loot is nice. No, doesn't look like it. And that's just another exit. Alright. I distinctly remember that place being bigger, and you have to collect like 3 pieces of evidence, but you know, what do I know? That was 4 years ago. Or 2 years ago. Well, did anything tickle your fancy? This leaflet. See the wealth of Nald to the hands of your children. Huh? It looks to be some sort of assembly to provide the poor with work. The lettering, though, atrocious, is it not? And these bits about Naldthal seem somewhat less than studied? I find it hard to believe one among the orders penned this. Pray, take this to the inn at Camp Drybone. Let us see what Sister Orson makes of it. Oh, sure, leave the work to me as you just walk off into the distance. I see someone's trying to learn from Batman. Hard to fade into the shadows in direct sunlight with rain. It's more like sloshing into the puddles. Better off trying to mimic the penguin. Ah! Ow. Ah, 269. Nice. I went in the wrong door. This one? Nope. This one. Yep. My savior comes again. To what do I owe the honor this day? What is this? Blasphemous! These are not our teachings at all. This was not made by any true brother or sister of the order. Of that I can assure you. Come to think of it, weeks ago the church was plagued by missing garments. Could someone be posing as a priest of the order to deceive the people? The plot thickens, Eternum. Our culprit pretends to be a priest to lend credence to his deception. There is no doubt of irony in there somewhere. But I suspect we have a worthy adversary on our hands. I shall consider how best to handle this. For now, tell Isambard what we have learned here. I ran right into that wall. And it is still raining. Posing as a priest, to think. These troubling notions aside, it is gratifying to finally be able to move this investigation forward. Thank you once again, Eternum. I shall keep my eyes and ears open now more than ever. Clearly, you're doing a great job. Bravissimo. Bravada. I'm afraid I have not seen any unusual activity, nor have any of this camp given me cause to doubt them. But unless we can identify the culprit, and soon, more innocents will fall victim. Do not despair just yet, my friend. An idea occurs to me. Our suspect has been posing as a priest, using leaflets bearing false promises to lure the poor. Let Eternum and me serve like... Wait, what? Let Eternum and me serve like with like by posing as impoverished souls in need of succor. Ah, I dare to hope that this will yield us the answers we seek. It will be a dangerous undertaking, but you too are more than capable of looking after yourselves. I am next to useless in a battle, but I can supply the garments for the disguise. These old tunics and slops should serve your needs, so long as you don't mind the smell and the stains. These will serve very well. You have my thanks. Listen, Eternum. So as to lay the foundations for our little ploy, we must make it widely known that more vagrants have arrived at the camp and are desperate for coin. To this end, I want you to don the old garments Isambard has lent us, and beg for work around the camp. Before long, the false priest should catch wind and approach us. If and you say so. Wrong button. Wrong button. That one. That one. Oh, I guess there is no gloves. I'll just leave my gloves on. That one. And that one. No, that doesn't seem right. Huh? I feel like it was just the tops and bottoms. The rest of it's just whatever. Alright. You say so. I preached the teachings of Azima, the warden. Hast thou come to partake of the honey of her wisdom? Azima is the keeper of the sun and goddess of inquiry. All is laid bare beneath the light of her divine countenance. Open thy heart to this light, needy child, and thou shalt want for naught till the end of days. That's one of the most BS friggin' speeches I've ever heard. And you are? Huh, another refugee by the looks of you. The immortal flames have neither work nor coin for your like. Be gone and see to it you don't make a nuisance of yourself. That guy should have a knife stabbed in his groin. I keep telling everybody violence is always the answer. Every video game ever has always taught us that. And I was about to get to the good part. Looking for work, you say? Sorry, but we don't have any openings. Now get out of here so I can finish my story. I mean, at least he was moderately polite about it. Is it this door? I feel like it's the next one again. No, it was this one. Greetings, good madam. Is there aught I might assist you with? Oh, I don't believe there is. I'm afraid our wares are very expensive. Mayhap you should join your fellows out at the pond north of Sandgate. And I don't think it's in here. Nope, it's gonna be upstairs. Up, and away! Aw. That was a cheesy movie. What is it? Gods, not again. Look, being poor doesn't give you the right to pester whomever you like. Why don't you keep with your own kind out by that muddy pond of yours at Drybone? Oh, I was off by 10. You have quite a knack for being a nuisance, Eternum. The camp is abuzz with talk of newly arrived vagrants, and though we were unable to attract our wayward trespasser, we were able to learn that the poor have a commune by the pond north of Sandgate, to the east of here. The eyes of the authorities do not reach that place, rather ideal for spiriting away hapless souls. Let us go there and wait for the kindly priest to come and offer us aid and comfort. Needless to say, you'll need to remain in disguise. Sure, leave me in the rags. See. The dog-faced deer. Still freaks me out. I'm on the wrong side of this pond. Not much of a commune if it's just a single tent. I'm just saying. A fine morning for catching false priests, wouldn't you say? Or getting abducted. You look absolutely smashing, Eternum. Positively dressed for deception. All that's left then is to wait for our quarry to appear. Oh, you poor unfortunate souls. This is no way for men to live, no way at all. Who are you? What do you want? Be at ease, child, for I mean you no harm. I am a priest of the Order of Naldthal, and I come to offer you succor. This leaflet bears the teachings of Nald. Trust to them, and they will surely set you free from the shackles of penury. A tempting offer, but I'm afraid I must decline. On account of that atrocious performance, you would have made a god's awful mummer, unks. What? How did you know? You bastards tricked me. But please, don't hurt me. I was only doing it to protect my people. Is that so? Do continue. But very well. I'm a man of the Golden Bazaar, raised there, if not born. Some moons ago that Malja raids began. They would appear sudden as the sandstorm, and plunder and pillage at will. Our defenders couldn't stand against them, few as they were. Everyone lived in fear. I wanted to save my people, but being a merchant was all I knew. And so I did the only thing a merchant could. I approached the Amalja in hopes of brokering a deal. In return for sparing the Golden Bazaar, they made demands, outrageous ones. Demands? Of what kind, pray tell? First of all, they wanted the schedule for crystal shipments from the Nanawa mines. For this, I bribed one of the workers to leak me the information. Next, they wanted me to bring them people, so I posed as a priest to lure in the vulnerable and give them over to the Amalja. I didn't have a choice. Protecting one's home is a noble thing, but at the cost of innocence? You could have sought the aid of the immortal flames, yet you did not. I suspect you are... Yep, I accidentally hit a button. The mumble was good. What did you say? The coin was good, I said. I could sell mole meat for a score of lifetimes and not see even a fraction of what the Amalja pay me. You sacrificed innocence so you could line your own pockets? Words fail to express the contempt I feel for you. Spare me your content. If you want to blame someone for the mess that the world's in, then blame yourselves or the gods. Ah, not you again. Were you the one leaking the Immortal Flame's patrol routes to the enemy as well? Spit it out. No, I know nothing about that, I swear it. At this stage, I'm rather disinclined to believe aught that leaves your mouth. But no matter, there'll be time enough to learn the truth. Eternum, be a dear and take word of these developments to Minfilia, would you? I shall pry everything I can out of this filth. The abductees are still somewhere out there. Our foremost priority is to rescue them. That is assuming any of them are still alive. Dude's got a bit of a naivete going there. I am not running all the way back over there. I grow bored of having a Moogle follow me. We'll go with Tifa, I guess. And then we'll promptly drown her. Ow! Stupid jaw. Beep beep. Boop boop. Bop bop. Beep boop bop boop bop 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 beep boop bop 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 boop bop. Ah, made it. What do you have to say? Welcome back, Eternum. I am pleased that you and Thancred have been getting along. I see you have done well to uncover the truth. My thanks for the report. As Thancred said, we must ascertain where the abducted were taken, and none but the Amalja know the answer. Suffice it to say, they will not willingly part with this information. I fear blood will be spilled before all is said and done. Well, of course I will. I plan to murder all of them. It's the only way. I need to take a drink real quick. So, pause. Much better. A little bit of caffeine and moisture in my throat. Though we seek a peaceful solution to the primal problem, we must needs be ready to fight for our cause. That you might take the field suitably prepared, I would have you meet with a goblin acquaintance of mine. His name is Mutamix Bubbly Potts, and he is a scholar of no small repute. Mutamix, renowned for having introduced a revolutionary method of enhancing equipment to Eorzea. The knowledge of this method was once a closely guarded secret, but thanks to Mutamix and his students, it has now been disseminated to the great benefit of all of the realm. It would serve you well to acquire an understanding of the process. For this purpose, I shall lend you a blade. Take it to Mutamix and bid him use it to demonstrate his craft to you. Mutamix is ever to be found at his camp in Central Thanlin, a place known as Bonfire. Look for the pillar of smoke, and the way will become clear. Oh, over there. You got it. Nope, wrong way. Go. Bum bam bum bum ba-down. I might be losing my mind. But hey, what are mines for if not to be lost? Psh, ska. Who is Uplander come to tent ring? What? Who is Uplander come to tent ring of Muda Mix bubbly pots? Oh good, another one's gonna break my brain trying to read. Fighting tool drinks in airself. When full of airself, fighty tool changes to stony shine, name of materia. If materia join with other fighty tool, then big eyes fighty tool gain power of airy self. Pshka. Muda Mix is reckoning that Uplander is friend of Minophilia. Yes, tongue flaps reach ears of Muda Mix with fastness. Minophilia wants Uplander to see power of materia. Uplander brings fighty tool to Muda Mix, yes? Shka, fighty tool is unstrung as eating tool. Make good teachy show of power of materia. The materia, master. Now eyes of Uplander point at fighty tool, yes? Psh, ska. Material join with fighty tool. Fighty tool gains power of materia. Fighty tool reborn. Here, Uplander, take. Fighty tool to Minophilia. Materia, strictly speaking, is a kind of crystal. It is created by drawing out the etheric constituents from a piece of equipment and then crystallizing them. Not just any old equipment will serve, mind you. It must have sufficient spirit bond, that being a measure of how fully an item has been imbued with its owner's spirit. When you attach a piece of materia to gear, you imbue the host item with its power. That's how Master Mutamix turned that dagger of yours from a summa as would have struggled to cut steak into a weapon worth wielding. Pshka. Uplander wishes to be joining of materia? Then Uplander best fill brain case with knowings of crafty making. With knowings of crafty making, Uplander can become joiner of materia. If Uplander wants brain case to rattle with knowings of materia, Uplander best trade tongue flaps with learny ones of Mutamix. I'm going through equipment fairly. Will you? Thank you. Yeah, I change equipment a little too quickly. The highest any of my gear has gotten is to 71. So I don't really see a point in learning the materia extraction skill just yet. Where am I going? Back to what's her name? I guess I'll spend money on this one by accident. That's fine. Probably. Jump. That was not a jump. That's a jump. I don't know what song that is, but it's stuck in my head. I hate it when I only get a portion of a song stuck in my head. It's not enough to remember the name or even really Google with any kind of accuracy, but it's stuck there just the same, and I'm just left wondering, what is it and why? And where does it come from that it's so frickin' bezeled into my brain? Actually activate you, because I don't know if it'll be faster, but it's worth a shot. Doop ba doop ba doop ba ba doo wop ba ba doo ba doo wop ba da da. Welcome back, Eternum. I trust your visit to the bonfire proved fruitful. Ba ba doo doo ba doo wop. Ah, what a remarkable difference a single piece of materia can make. Granted, the skills needed to manipulate the substance are not easily acquired, but one need only look upon the results to realize such efforts are worthwhile. As I am sure you are aware, the quality of one's equipment can be the difference between victory and defeat. Materia may well give you the edge you need, Eternum, to make it your ally. Now it is time we discuss the matter of your next mission. Pray, speak with me when you are ready to begin. Word has arrived from Thancred concerning our ongoing investigation. It appears he was able to extract some information from our friend Ungust, the false priest. He revealed that he is due to meet with the Amalja to discuss their dealings. The Immortal Flames believe that the meeting will present an ideal opportunity to ambush and capture the Amalja, responsible for the abductions, and so they mean to have Ungust attend as planned. As the Amalja are anticipated to offer fierce resistance, the Immortal Flames have requested our support. I would have you provide it to them, Eternum. Thancred is presently attending to another matter, but will join you as soon as he is able. Until such time as he does, you will be the Scion's sole representative on the ground. Before he left, he bade me tell you to save some for him. Such is his confidence in you, a confidence I share. When you have made ready, pray take yourself to Camp Drybone and report to the Flame Sergeant leading the mission. May you walk in the light of the crystal. When can I change back into regular clothes? Probably not until the friggin' mission to go to the Ifrit pops up. Oh, why am I running? Da, 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 da. And off we go. Eee. Cheater. Not you. You. Hunter, scholar. You're a liar and a fat mouth. Ah, your Eternum Spiritus of the Scions. My thanks for coming. Friend, we're stronger for your assistance. Allow me to brief you on our mission. Our objective is to capture Amalcia and prize from them the whereabouts of the abductees. The lizard men aren't aware that their man, Ungust, has been exposed. When they come to the rendezvous point to meet the traitor, we'll spring the trap. Owing to the clandestine nature of the mission, we can deploy only a small contingent. Every member must count, and so we requested the aid of the Scions. The rendezvous will take place at the Invisible City. Please make your way there and lie in wait. We stand to learn much and more of the Amalcia's plot. If the mission succeeds, Eternum, let's make sure it does. I'm going where with the what now? Something about an invisible city? Ah, that place. Alright. We're gonna go kill Ifrit. We're gonna go kill Ifrit. The Golden Bazaar. Thump, 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 thump. I really want to pet him. He looks like he'd be soft. Well, he also looks like he might be a little grumpy. But I mean, if I was carrying people around all the time, I'd probably be a little grumpy too. I had a dream the other day that I was carrying people around on my back. It was weird. For some reason, I was on a scooter. I don't know. It was very odd. A level 17 duty. Murdering imps. I wonder why I dream about friggin' carrying people on my back while riding a scooter. Even at this point, like a day later from that dream, I still don't understand. That was weird. Although the way it ended is probably pretty accurate. We'll end up friggin' hooking up a hot pad, throwing it onto a hot surface to lay, or hard surface to lay down on, because my back hurts so bad. And that's pretty accurate if I'm carrying people around. My back is gonna be killing me. Do 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 do. Is the bait in place? Our man is in position, sir. Good. We make our move as soon as the Amalcia appear. Yes, sir. He looks grumpy. Hurrah! What is the meaning of this? Wait, something's amiss. Hey hee hee hee. Ha 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 ha. I'm afraid your little ambush ends here. I eluded the immortal flame's clutches for moons before finally being caught. Did you not wonder how I managed it? 'Twas almost as if someone was feeding him information from the inside. Gah ha ha ha. Ah, your enemy's movement, your every movement was known to me ahead of time. Hee 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 hee. Now, as much as I'd love to chat a while, I have appointments to keep. They're all yours. just let both of them leave? I would have gutted them like a fish first. I don't know why I'm bothering with this farce. I mean, it's a scripted loss, so either way we're gonna just wind up getting captured. Mind, I am trying to murder somebody here. And there's the scripted failure. Put up your weapon, or your comrades are dead men. Behind you! If it was up to me, I'd gut him. Bring her. The rest of you, march. Traitor scum. Now you see why I wanted his kidneys. I fear the Amalja mean to give us to their god as an offering. If I must die, then let me die a soldier death, with steel in hand. Alright, let's go murder. Murder! It is the Moida factory! The Moida factory! Lord of the Inferno, hearken to our plea. Lord of the Inferno, deliver us from our misery. O mighty Ifrit, Lord of the Inferno, your humble servants beseech you, grace us with your divine presence. I ain't scared. O mighty Ifrit, we bring before you ignorant savages who know not your good Godhead. If it please you, Lord, scorch their heathen souls with your cleansing flame, and mark them as your own. Bloody hells. Bring those two as well. What's going on? This ain't what we agreed. None but servants of Lord Ifrit may behold the rite of summoning. The souls of unbelievers are forfeit. No, spare me, I beg you. Pitiful children of man, by my breath I claim you. Arise once more as my loyal minions. Feed my flames with your faith, and all who stand against us shall burn. O mighty Ifrit, my one true God. Your words are my bread. Impossible! By what sorcery do you resist my master's will? Could it be? Your soul already belongs to another? Yes, that is the only explanation. Forsooth, thy frail mortal frame can serve as a vessel to the blessing of but one. Yet I smell not the taint of another upon thee. The truth of thine allegiance waxeth clear. Thou art the godless blessed number. The paragons warned of thine abhorrent kind. Thine existence is not to be suffered. I'd pee on him. Fire is weak to water. Just coat him in piss. Let there be light! Now keep punching him in the groin with rocks. Groin punch! Groin punch! Let there be light! Groin punch! Groin punch! The ultimate fighting method. Ow! Surrender thyself to the fires of judgment. I'm just gonna keep hitting you in the groin with rocks. And occasionally throwing beams of light at my allies. Oh, right. I fell for that once before. I'm not letting it happen again. Ow. Also, ow. Will you stop throwing fire at me? I'm only punching you in the groin with rocks. Yep. doing too bad about healing. I mean, I'm just throwing out the mass party heal, but hey, it's doing enough. I can't see. I win. Neener, neener, neener. I punched your wiener. Hey, another crystal. I maketh thee mine. Then the power of flames become entwined with the souls of fate ever are mine. Yeah, shiny. Pray forgive me my lateness. Did my controller die? Hello? Oh, I was holding R1. Yeah, sounds about right. I was delayed by a congregation of Amalja zealots. I swear, each seemed more evangelical than the last. Persistent oafs. Phew. I see the blood-sworn wasted no time extracting the captives. No less than I'd expect from the Flame General's hand-picked men. As for those two, it is fair to say their hardships are only just begun. Or have only just begun. They have much to answer for. I feel I owe you an apology, Eternum. Had I known this mission would prove so dangerous, I would never have left you to face it alone. You have been given a veritable baptism of fire. But let us continue this conversation in more agreeable surroundings. Camp Drybone, shall we say? This way, sir. I mean, honestly, Ifrit was a bit of a pushover. So that was the mighty Ifrit. And what a disappointment he was. The readings are nowhere near what I had anticipated, even taking Old Dawn interference into account. You should know better than to rely upon 5-year-old data left by the 7th Legion. Nor can we expect any form of support from the motherland, given the troubles at court. We have only ourselves to rely upon. Ever the pessimist, my dear Livia. Promise me you'll never change. We've wasted enough time here. That meter of yours is too old to give any readings worth a damn. Not that there was aught worth a damn for it to read, but I take your point. I suppose we must content ourselves with the knowledge that we've achieved our primary objective. Yet I find that I'm troubled by that adventurer's unexpected show of strength. Could such a foe prove a hindrance to our plans? Perhaps, but that is a consideration for another time. You have been given a task. That is your priority. I suggest you treat it as such. Fail to do as my lord commands, and I will spare him the trouble of punishing you. With allies like that, beware a woman in love. I shall need to be on my best behavior. Yeah, the lot of you are doomed anyway. I'll rip out your intestines and strangle you to death with them. Tie them into knots and feed them to the dogs. Peel off your toes and cram them where the sun don't shine. And beat your groin to everlasting mush with rocks. Oh, there you are. Ah, there you are, Eternum. Come rest a while. You will have no better opportunity after witnessing their god's ignominious defeat. The Amalja will be less inclined to risk our wrath, for a time at least. Now, where were we? Ah, yes, I was in the process of apologizing. I do hope you can forgive me. I arrived too late to be of any use to you or the abductees. They may be whole of body, but at the same time cannot be said of their minds. For once a man is tempered, but it ill suits me to dwell on the negatives. Amidst all our misfortunes, there is still reason to rejoice. Ifrit is slain, and by your hands, no less. That is the deed of no ordinary individual, Eternum. Not that I ever thought you were ordinary. On the contrary, I have long suspected that you have the potential to shape the fate of this realm. What can I say? My fine eye for talent remains undimmed. Minophilia will be proud beyond all reckoning when she hears of your deeds. I trust you shan't object to my bearing the tidings to her. That way I can claim to have contributed something to this mission. You, meanwhile, have earned yourself a rest. Take some time to relax and return to the waking sands when you are good and ready. We can discuss matters in more detail then. Just don't take too long, will you? The realm's problems won't solve themselves. I can't believe I did all that in the homeless garb. I'll take that hat. 20 and 12. Make sure there ain't nothing else more. Ooh, got a couple of things more beneficial. Oh, you're the ones with the hat, the hoods. No thanks. That's set stuff, so wouldn't do me any good. Don't know. Got 3, 3, 3, 3, and 2. Got 3, 3, 3, 3, determination 2. So they're the same either way. Got it. And yep. Okay. Now where am I going? Back to this place, I suppose. I'm gonna fight for the things I believe in, no matter where, when I am due. Where is it? Oh, there it is. Vesper Bay, I think? Yeah, much better. It is marginally faster than my own running. And I will take it. the triumphant hero returns. Thancred told us of the news upon his arrival. He is presently in the Solar, giving a full report to Lady Minophilia. You should join them at once. Lady Minophilia is most eager to see you. Another ring I probably won't wear. My late arrival nearly cost Eternum her life. I wasn't there when the Amalja took her prisoner, and I wasn't there when they served her to Ifrit. Yes, by some miracle she survived, but that does not excuse the fact that she should never have had to face such dangers alone. I failed her utterly, just as I'm failing you all. What's done is done, Thancred. You can ill blame yourself for every... Eternum, it is good to see you again. Impeccable timing, my friend. I had just finished regaling Minophilia with your heroic exploits. Thancred has told me everything. You have done well to return to us. The perils you faced were unbelievably great, yet a part of me believes that I had no cause to fear, and now we can put paid to our long investigation. That's a weird way to say it. As we suspected, the Amalja undertook both the robbery and the abductions with the aim of summoning their primal Ifrit. Nor is this tale limited to Ul'dah. Similar incidents have been rife in both Limsa Lomonsa and Gridania of late. I dare say you've been curious as to how these crimes are linked to the primals. Permit me to explain. Having manifested in the physical realm, primals must consume aether if they are to maintain their presence here, and the stronger they become, the more aether they require. Now aether exists throughout creation. It flows through all life and permeates the very air that we breathe. Alas, this alone will not suffice to sustain the likes of Ifrit. Nay, he and his kind require a more concentrated source of aether, crystals. It is for this reason that incidents involving crystals can often be traced back to primal. Which leaves us with the why of the abductions. To understand this, you must first understand how primals are born. When all is well with the world, primals possess no physical form. Their essence is dispersed across the great river of aether. However, when the world is plunged into chaos, those who worship the primals cry out to their gods for deliverance from suffering. These cries serve as a beacon toward which a primal essence is irresistibly drawn. It is their coming together, or etheric coalescence, which grants the beings physical form. Once born, a primal gains strength from its followers' worship. The more numerous and fervent they are, the more powerful their god becomes. Ah, so it's more along the lines of Final Fantasy X. But the primals are seldom satisfied with such reverence as their adherents freely give, and in order to gain more power, they do not scruple to create followers. They do this by tempering mortals, a process to which you yourself were subjected. Even as Ifrit took your comrades in his thrall, you alone remain unaffected. This is thanks to the power you possess, the Echo. We know not the why of it, but those blessed with the Echo are immune to primal influence. It is as though a greater power protects us. When first you came to us, I told you that the Echo would be instrumental in dealing with the primal threat. I trust you now begin to see why. The recent incidents all share a common trait, meticulous planning. Such elaborate designs are a new development, and one which fills me with an unshakable sense of foreboding. While I share your concern, my presiding feeling is one of relief at your safe return. Ah, the immortal flames assured me that they will deal with the aftermath, so you need not concern yourself with that. We may rest easy for a time. I suggest you take full advantage of the respite, Eternum. You may be sure it won't last long. Once the people learn the identity of the hero who felled Ifrit, I fear you will have nary a moment to yourself. Whether she intended to or not, Melanophilia neglected to tell you something. Something I think it would be best you hear from one of us. It concerns the tempered abductees that were rescued. I am sorry to report that all are to be put to death, the flames with whom you were imprisoned included. Needless to say, this information must not be made known to the public. I swear to you that we would not do this if there were any other recourse. But once a man is tempered, he is tempered for life. His very existence lends strength to the primal whom he cannot choose but worship. And so we Scions continue our fight, that no more innocents need be sacrificed. I hope that you will continue to stand with us, Eternum. But I should be going. I must offer my apologies to the Flame General for the losses his people suffered. Till next time. At least that guy's got a pretty upstanding friggin' personality. Gods forgive me. How many more lives? Luizio would never have allowed this to happen. I have to do better. I have to be stronger. Yeah, he's a bit of a downer, but at least he's a pretty upright person overall. He's probably going to get corrupted at some point, turn against us, and I'm going to have to murder him. But, yeah, till then. Until not so very long ago, you were but one of the many adventurers seeking to make their way in Eorzea. But for your character and courage, you were raised to the esteemed post of envoy. Thereafter you traveled the realm, aiding those in need without thought of reward, confirming to Ida and Papalmo that the Scions would benefit from your aid. And no sooner had you joined us than you personally bested the primal Ifrit. I don't know, I've been getting a lot of rewards. Experience, skill, items. You have achieved a great deal in a short time and won fame in so doing. Alas, fame does not come without a price, as you will soon discover. We have guests, Eternum. Or rather, you have guests. Oh, is this when I get to choose my faction? Beg pardons! Ah, Lady Minophilia, radiant as always. I am given to understand that the Scions of the Seventh Dawn have but recently welcomed a new hero into their midst. I am here on behalf of the Maelstrom Grand Company of Limsa Lominsa to offer said hero a place of honor within our ranks. As you can see, Eternum, your recent exploits have garnered you the attention of the Grand Companies of Eorzea. Each organization would have Ifrit's bane for its own. To this end, all three have sent officers to court you. They would not ordinarily go to such lengths to enlist a new recruit. That they have is evidence of their high regard for you. I find myself wondering how word of Eternum's deeds spread so quickly. That the immortal flames should know of her triumph is to be expected, but what of the other grand companies? Your reputation precedes you, Mistress Spiritus. 'Tis no ordinary woman who can face a primal and emerge the victor. And imagine our pride when we learned that you began your journey as an adventurer in our own Gridania. Know that the people hold you in high esteem, and that you will always be welcome among us. The Order of the Twin Adders has need of valiant women such as you. Join your strength to ours, friend, and together let us ensure the peace ever reigns over the Twellswood. What a pleasure it is to finally meet you, Mr. Spiritus. My comrades speak of you in the most glowing terms. A woman of your talent belongs with the immortal flames. Join your strength to ours, friend, and together let us secure a prosperous future for Ul'dah. The Admiral was not exaggerating when she said you have the look of a hero. Full often does she speak of you, friend. It is only natural that we should want you for the Maelstrom. Join your strength to ours, and together let us see the grand vessel of Limsa Lominsa to the shores of glory. Lady Minophelia. Very well. Though I am quite sure you need no reminding, mayhap a brief summary of the situation would help to clarify your thoughts on this matter. As you know, the Grand Companies are all-encompassing organization empowered to call upon the martial, economic, and technological resources of their respective city-states in times of strife. There are presently three such organizations in Eorzea: the Maelstrom of Limsa, the Order of the Twin Adder of Gridania, and the Immortal Flames of Ul'dah. Serving a Grand Company means serving the nation to which it belongs. You will be charged with its defense and tasked with advancing its cause. In return for your faithful service, you will be furnished with various rewards, some of which may well prove useful to you in your other endeavors. If you are agonizing over which of the Grand Companies best deserves your loyalty, be at ease. The commitment you make this day need not be permanent. Should you wish to shift your allegiance at a later date, you are entitled to do so, and yet I concede that it is no small choice you face. A thought occurs to me. You will, of course, recall that the three city-states are planning to hold a remembrance service. Well, as part of the proceedings, I am given to understand that the leader of each Grand Company will deliver an address. Hearing these addresses ought to help you make an informed decision. What say you, my dear officers? A fine suggestion. You are as wise as you are beautiful, my lady. Very well. Let Eternum hear our leader speak, then return here with her decision. Yeah, that was part of the story. We eagerly await your answer. Apparently, I completely skipped a portion of this story previously, because I usually just go straight to picking one. I know full well that adventurers are by their nature a liberty-loving breed, and not best suited to the discipline of military service, but I strongly urge you to join a Grand Company nonetheless. While the promise of reward is enticing in itself, it is not the only benefit. You are possessed of great power, Eternum, and with it you are capable of doing untold good. Yet know that great power is wont to attract attention, not all of it friendly. There will be those who wish you ill, and you must needs be on the lookout for them. Yet however vigilant you are but one woman. In the midst of a grand company, however, you will be one woman amongst many, a friend amongst friends. Your achievements will be shared, and so will the danger. I can think of no better arrangement. Of course, joining one organization need not mean leaving another. I hope that we can continue to rely upon your aid. The 12 know that we will have need of it in the days ahead. The Grand Companies seek to protect their own nations. We Scions, on the other hand, seek to preserve the future of Eorzea as a whole. Similar, yet not quite the same. Now then, I expect that you will be afield more often in the future. As such, I would have you carry this link pearl with you at all times. It will allow us to stay in touch regardless of location. Ah, the fantasy version of a cell phone. Eorzea is changing, Eternum, and you have the power to help shape it anew. None can say that the morrow will bring, but so long as we believe in ourselves, there is naught we cannot achieve. Now it is time you made ready for your long journey. Before you depart, be sure to speak to Tataru. She will apprise you as to where and when the remembrance service are due to take place. Yeah, I completely skipped that part the last time I played. At least as far as I know. I just went up to one of them and went like, hey, I want to join your team because you're red. When the Admiral speaks, even pirates listen, and that is no small thing. She is a born leader, the kind one would gladly follow to the seventh hell. Or maybe I did follow and I just didn't pay attention to it. I don't know. I just remember talking to the guy in red and joining his team because he's red. And I like red. Red is the color of blood, and when you fight there's lots of blood. And so I fight a lot. to make more blood. I'm sorry about all the attention you're getting, Eternum. I might have sung your praises a little too loudly, and often, to a few too many people. Ahem. Next time I'll be sure to hold my tongue, literally, if necessary. Anyway, I expect you want to know where and when the Remembrance services are taking place. If all goes to plan, Gridania's grand ceremony, the Order of the Twin Adders, will hold the first of the 3 services, and Elder Seedsir Khan Isina will deliver her address at Miketo's amphitheater. I should probably mention at this point that due to the organizational challenges involved in assembling all of the involved parties, it's possible that the order of the services might change. Still, there's not much we can do about that. So make Gridania your first port of call. Next, you'll need to go to Ul'dah, where Flame General Robin Albine will be addressing the masses at the Royal Promenade. Oh, and it's rumored there's to be a special guest. How exciting! Last but not least, you must make your way to the state room in Limsa Lominsa, where Maelstrom Chief Admiral Merlwib Blowfishwin will be giving her address. The room is accessible via the Admiral's lift. Identify yourself to the sentry Xanthale, and he will admit you. Got all that? Well, off you go then. I hope you find the Remembrance service suitably educational. I suggest visiting the city-states in my prescribed order, though with your record of impeccable timing and luck, the schedule may well change in favor of your preferred travel plans. Farewell. So basically do it in whatever order you want because the game will just adjust. Got it. I'm just gonna do this, because that's the fastest way to get to Gridania. Oh hey, I got an extra follower. Thanks for somebody following me. I completely missed it. I greatly appreciate it. You're either a gentleman, gentle lady, or a scholar. You can have your pick. What am I doing? I genuinely forgot for a second there. I should just use the crystal, it's faster. Take me to the amphitheater! Yeah. What she said. I have a feeling I'm going to be doing a lot of talking. My throat's going to hurt.
I lost my son to the calamity.
Oh, good. I don't. Nice.
The 3 Seedseers are all together.
Some say you couldn't take a step without stumbling over a body.
Our forebears were once strangers in the Twelveswood. Fearful of the green wrath, they hid themselves in the dark recesses of the earth. Yet they dreamed of basking in the dappled sunlight of the forest. Through great effort, they proved their worth to the elementals, and were granted a place beneath the boughs. So it was that Gridania was born, some 5 centuries ago. Working hand in hand, the Hure and the Elysian settlers sowed the seeds of our civilization, and soon they were joined by folk of all races. So nourished by the waters of unity, and blessed by the light of the matron, Gridania flourished into the great nation it is today.
Do you see the Gridanian standard? There, hanging behind the Elder Seedseer. The entwined serpents represent the unity between Hure and Elysian. An elegant symbol, do you not agree?
In accordance with the will of the elementals, we have embraced a life of peace. Alas, our neighbors have not always sought the same for themselves, nor for us. Though we Gridanians have no love for war, we have still less for those who would threaten our way of life. Ever have we fought to protect the sanctity of the Twelveswood. When the Garlean Empire brought its war of conquest to Eorzea, we rallied under the noble standard of the Twin Adder that we might push back the encroaching darkness. And it was we who prepared the ground for the reformation of the Eorzean Alliance, that all the peoples of this realm might stand united against the common threat.
Yeah.
5 years ago, the Alliance met the armies of the Empire upon the fields of Cartano. It would prove the bloodiest battle in recent memory. Countless Gridanian lives were lost. As Supreme Commander of the Order of the Twin Adder, ever shall I bear the weight of our people's sacrifice.
I just wish you guys had a
Alas,
better color.
their loss was not the only tragedy to befall us that day, for soon came the calamity.
Was it quite calamitous? Hey, I clicked on the screen. Why did you go all small mode?
The scars borne by our forest are a constant reminder of its violence. Our lives have been irrevocably changed, each waking hour a struggle to survive.
You don't say.
Driven to desperation, some among us have strayed from the path of righteousness, resorting to banditry, poaching, and other unconscionable deeds.
Hey, ripping out somebody's intestines and hanging them from the ceilings is not an unconscionable deed.
To compound our woes, the Ixal have returned in force, emboldened by our suffering. They test our defenses nigh without cease, and prey upon the vulnerable. So beleaguered from within and without, it is of little wonder that our unity now falters. Dark times are upon us.
It took 2
Time
hours for me to
was a
reach this
man
point.
could walk
pox
the
on that
high
bloody
roads without
Ixal.
fear.
On this day, 5 years ago, countless Eorzeans laid down their lives that we might behold another dawn. Please join with me in honoring their memory.
I just had a flashback to the Final Fantasy X.
And how do you
Sending of the
propose to honor the
Spirits.
memory of those you cannot remember, pray tell?
The destruction wrought by the calamity was indiscriminate. It dealt death to Eorzean and Garlean alike. Yet while we have labored to rebuild our homes, to rebuild our lives, the Empire has set about raising steel fortresses here in the Twelveswood. Let none be mistaken. The Garleans remain the greatest threat to our survival. If we are to stand against them, we must remember what it is to be united. Our many troubles blind us to the woes of our fellow man. Thence is harmony lost. Yet harmony is the founding principle of Gridania. We are gathered here to honor the fallen.
That was a weird jump.
Let
okay.
them be honored not only in word and thought, but through concerted action. I bid you join hands with me once more beneath the Twin Adder standard.
What if I don't wanna?
And together, let us heal the forest's wounds, that our progeny might live in harmony beneath these ancient boughs. For serenity, purity, and sanctity, we must think of the children.
Woods will be done.
It's up to us to protect the
All
forest.
the elementals!
Yeah, this is giving me final Fable Lost Chapters, boasting before going out on a mission vibes. I'm gonna go out and fight in my underwear only to raise my experience, and I shall only use my fists because weapon are for the weak and all that crap.
If you'll permit me, Alfie no.
Ah, the
And my
pretentious
sister,
twins.
Alize, at your service. I saw at a glance that you were a fellow traveler. You might call us students of history, sampling the realm's remembrances in pursuit of enlightenment.
I'll call you El Pretentio, and she'll be the pretentious one. The Gridanians are unfortunate enough to have to contend with two beast tribes. The Ixal are unquestionably the more troublesome, being of a naturally warlike disposition, and want to summon their bloodthirsty primal Garudo. The Sylphs, by contrast, are peaceful in nature, being mischievous rather than malevolent, and have long been on friendly terms with the Gridanians. Until recently, at least, alas, they have grown aloof, a change observed at roughly the time they summoned the primal Ramu. The Gridanians have no love of war, and they consider open conflict a last resort. Though they clash with the Ixal ever more regularly, you may be assured that they do so in self-defense. As for the Sylphs, they are as yet bound by a peace treaty, though one wonders how long it will last before it is broken. The Twelves Wood was grievously wounded during the calamity, leaving Gridania vulnerable to attack. The people are hopeful that restoring the wood, and thereby the power of the elementals, will put an end to their woes. Yet how long will that take? Centuries, I'd wager. Ever the optimist, I see. Meanwhile, the Ixal will continue their incursions, spurred on by Garuda and her insatiable appetite for destruction. Whether the Gridanians like it or not, sooner or later it will come to all-out war, and when it does, the Order of the Twin Adder will need all the help it can muster. How valuable might the aid of a capable adventurer prove to them, then? Well, perhaps we will find out, if the Elder Seedseer's words fell on fertile ground. I still just wish they had a better color. Again, off green is just ugly. It's almost piss yellow, but not quite. More like diarrhea green. Oh well. Does anybody remember the other ones? Was it Lumsa Laminsa or Old Daw that was next? Check journal. Old Daw next. What did I just do? Oh. None of that. I think Old Daw is Thenlin? Yeah. Okay. I should have taken the Aether. But I'm insane, so I ran off without thinking about it. Not that button. I want this. Sure, why not? Yay, I'm part of the party. Whee! That didn't last long. Oh. I forgot I changed. Okay, nearest Aether is over here. I wanna go to here. And then we run around the big circle. And we wait.
Behold, 'tis the Sultana Nanamo herself!
And Reborn as well!
Hark you, souls of flame, drawn to the bosom of the desert, where the fire burns brightest and shall rage forevermore!
If you worship flame, then why is your color red?
Reborn!
Why is your color
Where
blue?
since antiquity, under the sage and judicious rule of the Ul dynasty, we have wrought sand into gold. Where by the grace and glory of Naldar have our brave sons and daughters flourished and prospered. I speak of Uldar!
There, at the Flame General's back flies the Grand Company's standard. Note the sigil. The golden scales of order balance the jewel of prosperity with the flame of might.
Great and many are the gifts our nation has given the realm.
If their colors are blue and red, shouldn't they be pink rather than pastel blue?
In Eorzea's darkest hour, on the killing fields of Cartano, none spent more in blood and gold than we. Thus was the 7th Imperial Legion laid low.
So that's how it happened. How soon history forgets.
Yet many left our gates, never to return. Let us pray for our absent brothers and sisters, that they might know happiness in the great beyond, as Thor's honored guests. If the fates were fair, the price we paid that day would have bought us victory. Alas, they are not. And now, but 5 years into this 7th Umbral era, the spirit of sacrifice which granted us our strength is all but dead. Look around you. What do you see? A people divided, downtrodden and enthralled. Where are the merciful alms of the rich? Where is the just steel of the righteous? I ask you, is this the great nation our brothers and sisters gave their lives to save?
Have the
You
rich ever really
who call
helped the
this
poor?
living, dishonor the name of the immortal flames. It is but a slow death. Our enemies surround us. The savage hordes of the Amalja wait beside our roads, strangling the lifelines of trade. Meanwhile, the Garleans make mock of our borders and despoil our land of its natural wealth. We stand on a precipice, yet we do not act.
She's wearing pink. She's staying true to the right color scheme.
Whether trader or soldier, monetarist or royalist, all must recognize that a divided Uldar stands to fall. Victory and fortune walk hand in hand. Ye who seek glory and wealth, look not to what little you can snatch from your neighbor, but to the boundless wealth of the world beyond. Now is the time to unite. Now is the time to ride forth.
Sounds less like a call to defense and more like a call to conquer.
In the name of the Sultana, I beseech you.
Are we planning to now conquer that other empire?
Line not your own coffers, but those of the immortal flames. Seek not to prosper from Uldar, but to restore her to as the realm prospers. So shall Uldar. As Uldar prospers, so shall her people.
Ya for Uldar!
Together we are one.
Your Grace.
Reborn? People of Uldar, I, Nanimo, 17th in the line of Ul, address you. Much has been made of the wealth of Uldar. Yet those who measure that wealth in coins and carats are gravely deceived. For the true wealth of Uldar lies in the health, happiness, and hopes of her people.
Says the lady currently adorned in gold.
Beloved subjects, I bid you raise aloft the torch of Uldar, that her flames might serve as a beacon for all Eorzea to see.
Long live Nanamo!
Glory to the Sultana!
For victory and fortune, stride fearless into the inferno, for we are, by fire, reborn!
Alright, let me light you on fire and see how well that works out for you.
Forsooth!
The time is now!
I fancy meeting you again.
Yep, guess it's time for me to read it again. The Old Dawns have a long history of conflict with the Amalja, the beast tribe that worships the primal Ifrit. Judging by your look of distaste, I take it you have encountered them. The Old Dawns do not shy from confrontation. If aught threatens their precious prosperity, they will seek to crush it. So have they dealt with Ifrit thus far, smothering his flames each time he is stroked to life. Yet he is but one of several problems. Though they have been quiet these past 5 years, the Garleans have not gone away. Meanwhile, refugees continue to arrive in droves, and Ul'dah has no clear policy on how to deal with them. After all, not even the Sultanate's coffers are bottomless, and even assuming they had the coin, resources will ever be finite. Which brings me back to the subject of Ifrit. It has been observed that the Amalja are summoning him with ever-increasing frequency. Every time they do so, the Uldans send their forces to smite the primal, and though they invariably succeed, each victory is brought with blood. It is a war of attrition which they cannot well sustain. Small wonder, then, that the immortal flames are eager to recruit more members. At such a desperate hour, an adventurer of your experience would be a most welcome addition to their ranks. Why is Mr. Pretentious and Mrs. Pretentious friggin' advertising for the different groups? Seriously. I don't know why I'm running back over there. It doesn't do me any good. And away we go. That way. Caw, caw, caw. Here to attend the remembrance service. Be quick. The Admiral is due to give her address at any moment. I am sure she'll wait for me.
The Garleans are another matter altogether.
So much for our alliance.
It's sunk beyond the seabed.
Brothers and sisters of the sea, hearken unto me. Look upon this, our mighty crimson standard, and tell me your hearts do not swell with pride.
They're about the sea, so why isn't theirs blue? Why is the water people
700
red
summers have
and the
come and
desert people
gone
blue?
since our forefathers first ran aground in this fertile bay.
The logic of this
In that
makes no
time,
sense.
guided by the Mother of Oceans, Limsa Lominsa has grown from humble fishing village to uncontested ruler of the 5 seas and beyond.
I mean, the forest people being diarrhea green kind of makes sense. I mean, they're in the forest. Green blends in better than most other colors in the forest, even if it is diarrhea green. But water is blue, not red. And deserts are reddish, yellowish, orange, not blue. I'm just saying. Color schemes not lining up.
Did you look as the Admiral bid you? It is a rather stirring standard, I must say. The crimson field is meant to signify the blood of fallen crewmates, while the black longship represents a pirate vessel.
When the Garlean Empire marched upon Eorzea, we assembled beneath the Maelstrom standard, and our grand company was reborn. All answered the call, from the Knights of the Barracuda to Hilthier's bloody executioners. And together, we met our would-be conquerors upon the field of Cartano. That day, the world bore witness to the united strength of Limsa Lominsa. I swear to you no army ever fought harder or with more courage, yet many of ours did not survive. Join me now in remembering those who fought in the name of freedom and fell. May their souls be returned to the sea.
Freedom. Yes, they have always been rather fond of their freedom. Much as the beast tribes have. Small wonder. Beneath the surface, one would struggle to tell them apart.
It has been 5 long years since the calamity struck. 5 long years of tireless rebuilding. Yet still the wounds of the calamity fester and weep. But when I stand atop the mizzenmast and gaze out upon our battered and broken vessel, I see an undying spirit. Did we not build all this from the wreck of the Galadian all those centuries ago? Shall we not do so again? Yet there are those who would see this ship of ours sink beneath the waves of the restless Rotano. The Sahagin creep ashore seeking blood for their accursed god.
Those fishback
The Sahagin have risen?
While the mines of Ogomero spew forth kobolds who push ever south, despoiling our lands as they go. These savage beast tribes will be the first waves to crash against our creaking hull. And behind them swells the grim tide of the Garlean Empire. Even now the curs fly their flags within our borders. Doubt not, but that they will be upon us ere long. We are well nigh surrounded. Yet there are those among us who would rather turn their swords against their crewmates than our cannons against our foes. How can we hope to repel our many enemies when mutiny breeds below deck? There is but one course left to us. One bearing that will bring us victory over the beast hordes and the Empire both, and see this ship safe to port. We must mend the rift the Calamity has reopened twixt Mark ye well, a crew without unity is no crew at all. 'Tis but a mass of drowned men. To me, then, brothers and sisters of the sea, gather beneath the undying crimson standard, and pledge me your strength, your skill, your wisdom. And with the guidance of the navigator, this great vessel of ours shall ride the waves, till sea swallows all!
Yeah.
Long live the Admiral!
Admiral Melvin! Gather the lads!
Oh, where's me cutlass?
I'll follow ye to the seven hells, Admiral!
Fancy meeting you again.
Oh, back to the reading aloud, I guess. As the Admiral mentioned in her address, Limsa is plagued by two beast tribes. The first are the fish-like Sahagin, worshippers of the primal Leviathan. The second are the kobolds, who dwell beneath the earth and take the primal Titan for their god. As if the beast tribe's presence weren't troublesome enough, the Garleans have also chosen to erect a fortress right in the Lominson's backyard. And that is to say naught of the internal strife. As a nation of pirates, there is no end to the blood feuds between the various factions, and while they fight amongst themselves, the Garleans whet their blades and watch. If the Lominsons are to have any hope of withstanding the Empire, they must first resolve their own affairs. Differences must be set aside and the primal threat dealt with once and for all. To this end, I expect that they will soon take decisive action against the beast tribes. Mark my words, the Maelstrom Standard will be drenched in deep shade of crimson ere long. That a capable adventurer like you would be a valuable addition to their crew is beyond question. Ba-thunk, ba-thunk, ba-thunk. Whoop, whoop, whoop. Eternum, this is Minophilia. You are well, I hope. Would I be correct in thinking that the final remembrance service is now concluded? A moment ago, you say? What a coincidence. Jesting aside, I trust you remember our guests from the Grand Companies? Well, delighted though we are to have them here at the Waking Sands, it would not do to keep them in suspense for any longer than necessary. In short, hurry back! Yeah, but I wanna... Aw, why are they causing me to run places? My legs hurt. Oh, well. Bawoosh. Let's see. Over there. Sorry for the occasional pause during the cutscene. I was dozing off. I think I am going to get the Chocobo permit thing, and then I'm probably going to call it for a bit. Take a nap. And then tomorrow I'm going to play a short game in comparison to the two I'm currently streaming. I guess I should say today since it's after midnight, but sometime in the afternoon I am going to play a game called Quantum Conundrum. It is a puzzle platformer that I have come to dearly love. It has an amazing set of mechanics that are quite fun to toy with, although I wish you had access to them more consistently, and a rather amusing story along the lines of Portal. Mayhap a little less than as well written, but still pretty well written. And the voice acting is quite impeccable. And I hope people will enjoy my playthrough of it. It's about a 6 to 8 hour gameplay. I have beaten it once before, so it shouldn't take me too long to go through it. I will probably get the collectibles as I go, but I will not be aiming for the time trials because they are ridiculous. I have attempted them in the past, and they are a colossal pain in the tuchus. Because they count even the dialogue, and some parts of the dialogue restrict you from doing actions. And it's really annoying. So I'll not be attempting to do time trials. I'm only going to be playing through the story and collecting collectibles. Welcome back, Eternum. Were the Grand Company leader's words as illuminating as you had hoped? Aye, each nation is beset with problems. I trust you see now why your services are in such demand. Would that there were more of you, Eternum. But you must be tired from your journey. Why don't you rest a while and take a moment to reflect on your decision? Once your mind is made up, pray give the Grand Company of officers your answer.
The gods only know what grand company our adventurer friend will keep. The wheels of change are in motion regardless.
Brother, are you certain this course is best?
Whatever do you mean, dear sister?
The so-called remembrance ceremonies were little more than standard waving rally, as though the Calamity and Seventh Umbral Era warranted scarcely a mention.
Well, of course they were standard waving rallies. Since you are so observant, mayhap you noticed what mention was made of the Warriors of Light? None. I suppose they must have forgotten the heroes who spared Eorzea a fate. No, dear Alize, they haven't forgotten these details. They have elected to omit them. Deep are the wounds the Calamity inflicted upon Eorzea. So deep, in fact, that the realm still bleeds. Needless to say, the beast tribes and their primals do little to alleviate the pain. So, the task of salving Eorzea's wounds falls to the scions of the Seventh Dawn, with a little help from our friends, the Grand Companies. Remembrance will yield no remedy. If our world is to heal, we must put the horrors of the Calamity behind us.
Our grandfather would never entrust the fate of the realm to despots who rewrite history to their convenience. There must be another way to cure what ails this world, and I mean to find it.
You are most welcome to try. Our paths may differ, but our destination is the same. In time, I dare say we will see eye to eye.
I should hope so.
My lady!
We are to escort you!
Hope does not come into it. We share the burden of this fate, dear sister, and will prevail together or not at all. The salve will serve not only to close up our present wounds, but prevent old ones from opening anew.
Oh, no, I'm kind of with Ifrit. We should just light it all on fire. Is there anybody actually in my chat at the moment? If so, pick a color. I'll give you a minute. Because personally, I don't really care. I like the color red, so that's what I usually go with, but I never actually dye my clothes because I'm lazy. And I forget dyeing is a thing. Heck, I have Cloud's entire getup that I could, like, glamour my clothes into looking like and just run around looking like that, although I find the Cloud garb on the Lollafa rather comical looking, really. No, nobody's in my chat. No one wants to volunteer yellow, blue, or red. Come to think of it, aren't those the coax cable colors? You got video and the two audios. Or was one of them green? No, I'm pretty sure it was yellow, blue, and red. Oh, what should I play? I think I'll go with Gridania. I don't like the piss yellow color, but yeah, whatever. I take it the Elder Seed Seer's words have touched your heart. Have you resolved to entwine your destiny with that of the Twin Adders? Not really, but sure, why not? You have chosen wisely, my friend. The Elder Seed Seer will be overjoyed. Without further ado, let us speak of practical matters. In order to complete the enrollment procedure, you must report to the Adder's Nest. I dare say you know it well from your wanderings in the near New Gridania. Give your name to the personnel officer there, and he will guide you through the formalities. I have no doubt but that your deeds will bring great honor to our order. When next we meet in Gridania, I shall be proud to call you sister. Honestly, the entire reason I picked them is because I can just do that. Otherwise, I have to keep using the stupid tokens until I remember to set a frickin' warp point there. But this way, I can just use my summons and whoosh, whoosh, whoosh is good. We all like whoosh. You are come to the Adder's Nest, headquarters of the Order of the Twin Adders. Ever do we welcome they who would toil in the elemental's name for the good of our forest nation. Ah, might you be Eternum Spiritus. I thought as much. Our recruitment officer sent word that you would be coming. It is a pleasure and an honor both to welcome you to our ranks. Someone joined the shared chat? Welcome to whoever you are. I just see a profile picture. I don't know. I'm confused. Anyway, now let me gather together the relevant documents. Sir! What is it? Report. An urgent message from Mariz... that word. Sir, a high-wind Skyways airship has taken fire from Imperial forces in the skies over the East Shroud. The vessel's engines were crippled, sir, and it was forced to make an emergency landing south of the Nine Ivies. 9 Ivies? Gods, this could not have come at a worse time. All but a handful of our forces are presently afield, dealing with the Ixal. Eternum, I know full well you have yet to be formally inducted into our ranks, but we have urgent need of your aid. In all likelihood, the airship was bearing civilians, and if the reports are accurate, it will have come down dangerously close to the Garlean-occupied territory. Please make all haste to the area southeast of the Nine Ivies. Locate the airship and ascertain the status of the passengers. No, and all the times I skipped the dialogue, I thought I was going there to investigate a crashed Garlean ship. Wrong button. Yay! Fred Burger. Fred Burger. Fred. Oh, wrong button. I want to go that way. No good, towards the area that the Lord of the Flies spawns. Let's go this way, because the flies will aggro. I don't know if the monkeys aggro or not. Sure, why not? I'm about 10 levels too high for this quest. An adventurer? What are you doing out here? No, wait. Let's find some cover first. Subtle. So they just go hide behind a slightly further away tree. The Adder's Nest sent you. How do I know you're not an Imperial spy? You don't even have a uniform. I don't remember having earrings. Peace, friend. We mean you no harm. You are an engineer of Garland Ironworks, are you not? We were alerted to your plight and have come to rescue you. And you are Eternum Spiritus, I presume. I was told to expect an honorary serpent. My thanks for your aid, friend. He just chuckles nervously. Can we go murder Garleans now? I have never seen a craft of this design. It must be Garland's work. Is there no end to this to the man's treachery? The secrets of Magitech belong to in Imperial hands. They are not to be squandered on Eorzean savages. We are taking this craft back to the fortress. Dismantle it if you must, and bring the engineers. Someone must pay for Garland's crimes. Imperial scouts from Castrum Oriens. They mean to requisition the ship. Wedge, you have to help him. That fool of a Lalafell was hiding inside the tiny Bronco. The tiny Bronco? But isn't that the Ironworks' latest creation? It's the first airship we've built since the Calamity. The first since Master Garland. Well, since he went missing. After years of work, she was finally ready for her first test flight, and she was soaring. She really was. Till those bastards blasted her out of the sky. Attend me all. The Ironworks' latest creation must not fall into the Garlean hands. We shall strike them swift and sure, and rescue Engineer Wedge. Eternum, I trust we can rely on your support. When did I get earrings? May the matron watch over us with me. Maybe it's one of my equips? An ambush to arms. Sorry, mine's latching onto something weird. It happens when I'm tired. My ADHD kicks in. What am I doing? Oh, right. Murder. Murder is always good. I like murder. Moida. By any other name is still Moida. Even if you give it fame, it's still Moida. Gonna put him in that place cause I commit Moida. You think I fear your weirdness? Your robot can't stop you from dying. I'd probably heal this guy though. Let's not lose our meat shield. I win. Biggs! Tiny! Wedge! You shouldn't have stayed at the ship. That was a close one. Too damn close. So how's she look, anyway? The auxiliary propeller is a dead loss, but I think we can wring enough thrust from the main propeller to get us airborne. A few minor modifications and we should be able to fly the tiny Bronco home. While you do your work, we shall keep watch over the perimeter. The enemy may yet be lurking nearby. As for you, Eternum, you have more than done your part today. I bid you return to the Adder's Nest and complete your enlistment. I pray there will be no further interruptions. When next we meet, let it be as fellow serpents of the Order. I, just wanted to say sorry, you know, for calling you an Imperial spy and all that. Got that one wrong, didn't I? Haha. Seriously, though, if it hadn't been for you and the Twin Adder lads there, we'd be chained up in the dungeon by now. I'm in your debt, friend. We both are. Wedge. Thank you. We're very grateful. Yeah, you could just transport me back to town. It'd be the nice thing to do. Not make me have to run all the way there or waste a warp token or kill or, other stuff. Nah. Itchy earlobe. I say that, but I also hate video games that overly hold your hands and frickin' allow you to automate everything. Let me correct that. I enjoy games that are designed for things to be automated, like Satisfactory, or, idle games that are designed to, you start off doing something very tedious by hand and then work your way to automation. I do not enjoy games that are designed not to be automated, like MMOs, or RPGs that have automation mechanics artificially installed in them, such as auto travel to quest location, auto complete quest activities, auto return to quest giver and turn in quest, auto equip new items, auto fight monsters until X number has been reached. And then it just turns into a game that plays itself, and you're just sitting there watching the colors go across your screen. Not fun. Not worth it. People need to stop making games like that. Eternum, it does my spirit well to see you returned. Word arrived but moments ago from the team at Nine Ivies. Lest you worry, the 2 engineers are safely on their way. The lieutenant informed me that you were instrumental in the mission's success. Had you not found Engineer Biggs when you did, and helped us to rout the Garleans, things might have been very different. And all this before you were even inducted into the Order. You are well on the way to carving out a fine career for yourself beneath the Twin Adder standard. But without further ado, let us see to your induction. 12 willing, there won't be any further interruptions. I am not changing my gear to look like your guys' crap. You can bite me. Protocol requires that I apprise you of who we are and what we do, after which I will invite you to swear an oath of your own free will. Ahem. The Order of the Twin Adder is a grand company of Gridania. It brings together the martial, economic, and technological resources of our nation that we might stand strong in times of direst adversity, when our very survival hangs in the balance. Our order was formed in the days before the calamity, in readiness to fight the Garlean Empire and to combat the beast tribes and their primals. Needless to say, our struggle continues to this day. Elder Seed Seer Khan Isina is the supreme commander of our forces. Under her wise leadership, we protect the people of Gridania and the sanctity of the Twelveswood. As the entwined serpents that grace our standard, let Forestborn strive as one with the friends from afar to ensure the peace shall ever reign in Gridania. In so doing, we honor the will of the elementals, and theirs is the will of the wood. Now then, Eternum Spiritus, I ask that you give unto us your oath of allegiance in whatever fashion you see fit. I shall strike down our enemies and drink of their blood. Quite. Your fervor is duly noted. May it lend you strength as you strive to preserve all that is good in this great nation. By the power vested in me, I assign you to the rank of Serpent Private, 3rd class. You are now a woman of the Order of the Twin Adder. Go forth, Private Spiritus, and do that which brings peace to the Twelveswood and honor to our names. Can you hear me, Eternum? This is Minifilla. An officer of the Order of the Twin Adders contacted me with news of your enlistment. My congratulations, Private Spiritus. I have no doubt that you are eager to make the acquaintance of your new comrades, but I would ask that you pay a visit to your old ones first. Remember, though, you are now a Serpent of Gridania. You are no less a scion. Pray return to the waking sands at your earliest convenience. There are some friends here whom I would very much like you to meet. We shall be waiting. The distant call of a friend in need, perhaps. As you are needed elsewhere, I shall not keep you any longer. I would, however, suggest speaking with a High Serpent Commander Vorsail Hulux before you depart. He may provide you with assistance on the journey ahead. Oh, good. I can finally get the mention to grab the stupid chocobo thing. Most be completed in the scenario for Realm Reborn. Okay. That's my next stop and my last stop for the night. Snake bitten. My little chocobo. Exopte. Ah, Private Spiritus, I understand you have been working tirelessly in Gridania's name. You are truly an example to your fellow serpents. But tell me, have you ever felt as though you couldn't get to your destination quickly enough? Many, many times. That perhaps you could do with a swifter pair of legs. If so, you might consider getting a personal chocobo. You have yet to be issued your own bird, am I correct? Given your considerable talents, you should be able to obtain one in no time at all. Let me tell you how to get about it. First, you must obtain a Serpent Chocobo insurance by exchanging company seals with the quartermaster. Once you have this deed, present it to our man Singer, and he will furnish you with the suitable bird. You got it, mon frere. And this is when I go do duties. Why, you might ask? It's because they give you badges for it. Lots of them. You don't even have to do high-level ones. The Chocobo insurance thing is only like 400 friggin' points. Let's see, closest one. Yeah, they're both pretty far. That one's just straight. Guy's got himself a flying ship. I think he's gonna steal my duty. Or not. He was a lot closer than he looked. Ah, it's to fight the giant one. Level locked or not, my gear is still uncommonly you know, high for this area. I don't even think I'm gonna need to heal while fighting this thing. Oh, it's because I got locked back at level 13. I'm now throwing rocks again. That makes sense. I was like, why isn't my giant pillars of stone popping up? What's going on here? I understand. At least kinda. You might find it weird that I didn't remember that from previous things, but in my other playthroughs I had like every class currently available up to like level 30 by now. Because I'd be grinding all the side quests and just grinding in general to get my classes to go up levels. And so, who knows what class I'd be fighting this thing with at this point in the story. In fact, I might have had one or two classes that were still relatively low level and just went at it with its own frickin' thing. I only got 46. What kind of bullshit's that? Oh well, still faster than the other route. Probably because my level's too high. I guess I could. Well, that one's already ended. I guess I could just grind one of my lower level classes up enough to make it an actual challenge, but I refuse! I am sticking to my scruples of being a conjurer until the end of A Realm Reborn. I am not allowed to actually change my class until that point. I can gain all the classes. That's not a problem. I'm just not allowed to change my class until after I have beaten A Realm Reborn. Okay, so I've already walked into one. Oh, it's fight the weird looking bird things. I sometimes just decides that the spell's not going to work. Like you press the buttons like normal and the character's just like, yeah, I'm not going to cast that. I don't know why you're attacking a slug, but okay. Don't attack the slug, goddammit. Attack the bird. Yeah. Moida. I murdered them faster than they can spawn. Oh, I'm gonna kill another slug, I guess. I still need like 5 more of these guys to frickin' win. I got 63 on that one. So yeah, it's gotta be a level thing. Stop targeting things. So directly behind me, got it. I remember I need about 400. At present, I'm roughly at 100. Yep, that one already ended. Did I ever talk to you? Did I ever activate this one? Yeah, I did. Okay. Chicka 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 woo 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 woo. Chicka 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 woo. Well, I guess I'm fighting you. I see. So I have to cleanse the trees. Looks like I have to cleanse quite a few of the trees. Yeah! How close do I gotta get? Jesus. Yeah, at least their spawn rate's pretty high. Okay, at this rate, it shouldn't take me long to finish this one. Alrighty then. Ow. Stop smacking me. last one. This phase should be cleared. I did not pay attention to how much I got from that. Give me a second, I'll go and rewind my stream a bit and find out how much I got from that. Let's see here. Wind my stream a bit and find. Too far. Their spawn rate's pretty high. Still too far. This one. There we are. Alright, killed the last tree. I think this will be the last one. This phase should be cleared. Go, me, go. Go, me, go. 115. Okay. I was going to leave you alone, but not anymore. Because it's the flies I have to fight. You stop trying to be a nuisance. There. Yeah, this one's gonna go quick with all three of us working at it. So I would assume I need about 30 more. So I'll just go in here and do this one. Ah, fighting one of these guys again. Nope. Yep. Oh, this one's gonna take a minute. pay attention. Why am I not healing? I'm not sure I can survive this battle. Yeah, I'm leaving this one. Bye. That is not one I can take. Is there another one? There's actually quite a few, yeah. Let's go try that one, I suppose. I might be able to survive whatever that is. This way. Hello, goodbye. I'll see you in hell. I see. He can be like that sometimes. He's such a nut. Say I'd love to, but I'd rather fall. I've got some falling to do. That's about all I remember of the Lemon Demon song. I could sing just about the entirety of Ultimate Showdown. I remember that one almost verbatim. I think there might be an alternate route to this. I found it. Yeah, this one's a lot better. I can actually fight these things. Souls tempered in the 11th light of the primal Ramu have descended into those to abduct their untempered brother. Am I supposed to use lightning on them? I don't understand. Is there a secret to this? I don't seem to be getting this fate to go up any. Do I have to use lightning-based attacks? Is that what it means? I don't have lightning-based attacks, I just have air and earth. I think. Stone, Cure Arrow. Cure Arrow Medica. Yeah. Am I missing something? Why did it go up all of a sudden? I'm so confused. I think I just have to attack the ones that are actually actively engaging in abduction. Okay, I think I get it. They're all technically part of it, but they're also not. Also, I should have enough by now. Wrong direction. I believe I can fly. Oh, it was only 200. I could have got that ages ago. Oh well. And that's how you get the chocobo thing. Then you give it to this guy. Want a bird issued, you say? Then I'll need to see your serpent chocobo insurance. There. Yes, everything appears to be in order. A moment, please. I'll be right back with your chocobo. And here he is. The fellow has been in high spirits the past few bells. He must have sensed that his master was coming. Now then, to make it official, you'll want to give your noble steed a name. Quah! I'm gonna call you Quick Wit. Quickie Whittle. There we go. Sure, why not? I dare say he likes his name. Here is your very own chocobo whistle. Simply blow into it and your feathered friend will come bounding to your side. But do forgive him if he doesn't respond when summoned in crowded city areas, or monster Infested layers. Chocobos are stout-hearted creatures, but they have their limits. And lastly, I present you with your Chocobo Rider's License, as is required by law. And that concludes all the formalities. I wish you and your Chocobo long years of fulfilling companionship. Yay! Now I can actually use my mounts. My mounts! Oh, right. Before that. I'm tired, alright? It's bedtime. Quick, to the exit. This one. Add to hot bar. And put them there. And we'll finish the day off with a demonstration. We have our regular mount, our standard chocobo, friendly and tiny and fluffy, and I want to pet it so bloody bad. And then we have our pudgy chocobo, Lord of the Fluff, El Chunkarella, one of my favorite but also slowest mounts. EJ really wants his food. Whee! And then we got whatever the frack this thing is. He's ferocious. I have a helmet from him. He kind of undulates and it makes me nauseous. I don't ride him very much. And then I got my Pegasi, which seems to be made of stone. I assume it flies, but I've never made it that far into the game. But he does have wings, so it makes sense. He's actually pretty fast, too. Then I got this guy, which I mentioned when doing the first party quest, I think. Mr. Tiger. He also undulates in a way that makes me nauseous. So I usually don't ride him very much either. But he's pretty fast. I'll give him that. And I got Binky. Ah! He also has wings, so I assume he'll fly eventually too. Then I got this thing. I have no idea what this thing is. But it floats, which implies that it also flies. Eventually. I mean, technically he's flying now, just not very high. And then I got my Chinese skates. They're alright speed-wise. Not my fastest mounts, but not my slowest. They look kind of cool being all covered in fire. I know these fly. I just wish they did the animation different. More rollerblade style rather than just, I don't know, arms crossed looking kind of mildly miffed. I think it'd been cooler if my character actually, like, rollerbladed with them. Ah well, missed opportunities. And then, the one I like the most. Cloud Strife's motorcycle. From Final Fantasy VII Advent Children. Absolutely adore this bike, and if ever I get the chance, I want to own one in real life. Preferably with the Buster Swords, because that'd be cool. Like, Cloud's Buster Sword from the movie was frickin' wild. That thing broke apart into like 9 different parts, and each part was a sword. It was great. Alright, demonstration over. Those are my mounts. I am done. I'm gonna go to bed. Thank you for your watch. Thank you for follows. Thank you for subscribes. Whatever it is you felt like doing. If you didn't feel like doing anything, thanks for watching. Hope you have a wonderful rest of your night. Hope you enjoyed your time. I'm now going to try to do a raid. I don't know if I can, since I'm doing a stream together thing with Shane, but let's find out. That was the wrong button. That was the wrong button. No, how about that one? Yeah, that's the one I wanted. I'm going to raid. How about... I want to raid somebody that has less followers than me. Or not followers, but viewers. I don't think I'm going to find any. I mean, I personally only have like 3, which isn't exactly a lot. Everybody else I'm finding has at least 5. Some of them up to 100. Jeebus. Yeah, we'll go with this guy.
Dude, I get that.
Yeah.
I finally got my sleep back on track.
We'll go with this guy. He seems reasonable enough.
Are they G-posing? What's that camera?
Ready to work.
What?
Off I go then.
Oh. Hello. There it goes.
Our town is under siege.
Hello, welcome in, Eldragora. Thank you for the raid. And welcome to Eternal Fables.
Ready to work.
And Eldragora. Thanks for the follows. Hi guys, welcome in.
Rest your night, everybody.